Okay, so years ago when I was pregnant with Pop, there was this woman that I would see at the church I was attending at the time, and she would always come over and try to rub on my stomach. And of course, I stopped it because I was never that kind of person that I was okay with anything like that. And I remember she would bring me diapers and she would just be very loving. And from the outside looking in, she was super loving, super kind, and just looking after this young girl that looks like she's young, dumb, and pregnant, right? But I just knew that there was something in her that was very snake-like and very sneaky, and I didn't really necessarily like it at all. And then here I am, I give birth to Pop. I take him back to church, and this lady is still showing interest in my son. And I'll never forget one time I had to use the bathroom in church. And I told my friend that was with me at the time, I said, don't let her hold my baby when I go to the bathroom, because there's something about her that when she talks about my son, I feel like she is pretending in her mind that this baby belongs to her. And so I go to the bathroom, I come back, and this lady got my brand new son in her arms. Okay, talk about pissed. So I snatched my baby out of her arms, as only you can imagine I'm gonna do. And she says, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, but your son reminds me of my son. And I look at my friend and I'm like, I told you. And she goes on to say that she had had 9 stillbirths and all of her children were dead, and that my child reminded her of the babies that she should have had. Y'all have to understand that I was completely blown away. And at that moment, I knew that lady was into some type of dark magic. What am I trying to say? Sometimes the people around you will make you second guess what God allowed you to discern in somebody. And I think that the error of the doctrine of kindness and the doctrine of nice that people are trying to teach right now, the doctrine of love, is that if somebody is being kind and loving to you and you turn around because you house the gift of discerning of spirits and you snatch something out of their arms, even though they look kind and loving, you end up being demonized because of it. But you have to stop gaslighting yourself. If you are filled with the Holy Spirit and you just know that something is not right about somebody, stop ignoring that. It is God Himself that is warning you against getting involved with somebody that houses a demonic altar on the inside of them. So I'm going to encourage you today to trust God, trust the gift of discerning of spirits. It doesn't matter who doesn't believe you. Even if you have to stand alone and by yourself, trust what God is showing you about somebody, because you are saving a baby's life. I love you, and there is nothing you can do about it. And I want you to remember that no matter what anybody say, you are forever covered by God.